In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Salon website step by step. And I'll specifically show you how to create a Salon website using WordPress and Elementor. WordPress is the free software that we'll use to create our website and also customize it the way we want. And Elementor is the free drag and drop page builder that we are going to use to design our pages. This website we are going to create has a beautiful hero section with a call to action that when users click on it, it will take them to the services page of your website. I'll show you how you can add your services to the home page of your website. You'll also learn how to add some about section of your business, and I'll also show you how you can create an appointment booking form so that your client can go ahead and book appointments with you. So if visitors land on your website and want to book an appointment, all what they need to do is go ahead and fill this form by entering their names, the time they want to visit your salon, the services they want, and their phone number. They can also go ahead and add additional message, then go ahead and book appointments. In this video, I'll show you how you can import a free template in order to design your website with. In this video, I'll show you how you can add blog posts to your website so that you can use it to drive traffic. Now to create this website, we are going to use only free resources. The only thing you need to pay for is a domain name and a web hosting, which is a standard for every website. So if you want to learn how to create a beauty salon website, keep watching.
Hello guys, this is Sonic here at Dikupages Web, where I do web tutorials just like this one. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. That said, let's jump into the video.
As I said in the introduction, to create this website, we are going to use only free resources. The only thing you need to pay for is a domain name and a web hosting. Take note, a domain name is the name of your website, that is the URL, and a web hosting is a server where all your text, images, and other media will be stored so that users of your website can have access to them. And don't worry as to where you get a domain name and a web hosting, because I'm going to take you to a web hosting provider where you will get the cheapest price ever. So to get your own custom domain name and a web hosting, click on the very first link in the description down below, or go over to your browser and enter dikupages.com/asura. Hit enter. This brings us to Asura Hosting. With Asura Hosting, you get 99.9% uptime, NVMe, SSD storage, free SSL certificates, free domain registration, and many more. Going down, Asura Hosting offers multiple hosting services. You get website hosting, reseller hosting, VPS hosting, and radio hosting. For our purpose, we are going to use web hosting. So you can choose to click from view plans, or you can click on web hosting right here. So I'll go to view plans. So these are the various web hosting plans with Asura Hosting. They have starter, unlimited, and unlimited plus, and you can choose between direct admin or cPanel. With direct admin, the price is less as compared to cPanel. For instance, for the starter, you get $1.29 per month with cPanel, and you get $1 per month with direct admin. So these are the various features you get under each package. With the starter, you get 12 GB NVMe SSD storage. However, the unlimited and then the unlimited plus, you get unlimited NVMe SSD storage. The main difference in here are, with the starter, you get 15 email accounts, 15 websites, and 15 databases. But with the unlimited and the unlimited plus, all these features are unlimited, as you can see right here. Down here are some of the major difference. That is, with the starter, you will not get private name servers, free gold 10 key reseller plan, free domain yearly, and then free dedicated IP. And over here is this last three that you won't get as compared to this, and the unlimited plus, everything is made free for you. So if you are going to make a website like an e-commerce website, I would suggest you go in for the unlimited plus. But for our purpose, we'll go in for the starter plan. Now if you go down, you'll see that the initial price for the hosting per year is $12, and at renewal you also pay $12, which means there won't be any price hikes when it's time for renewal. So we go up and we click on order now for the starter package. So under choose a domain, in here you can choose to register a new domain, transfer your domain from another registrar, or if you have an existing domain and want to update your name servers, you can choose this. But for our purpose, we want to register a new domain. So we choose register a new domain, and in here we search for the domain we want to register. Take note, this domain you are going to register should be unique to you. If it is already registered somewhere, it cannot be registered for the second time. So I'll search for Dikupages web, and take note, over here is the domain extension. There are so many of them, but I will advise you go in for .com, especially if you are creating for a business or if you want to go international. However, if you want to create for an organization, you can use .org. So let's take to .com, then we click on search. Awesome, dikupagesweb.com is available, and we pay $9.99 for the domain registration. Then we go ahead and click on continue. So these are the various features we'll get for the starter plan. So you can choose to pay for 1 year hosting, 2 years, or 3 years. And you see that as the year increases, you are saving 16%. And going down are some additional services. We don't need any of this, so I go ahead and click on continue. In here we have DNS management, which is free. I'll select it. ID protection, you need to pay a little for it for a year, and email forwarding is also free, so I'll check it. I like free things. Then I go ahead and click on continue. So now the web hosting for the starter is $12 per year, and the domain registration is $9.99 per year, which brings us to a total of $21.99 for a year. So going down, you can choose your currency from here. I'll leave it as USD. If you have a promo code, you can enter it in here, and then you can choose to use an existing account. That is, if you are already using Asura hosting, and since we are new, we'll create a new account. And in here you need to fill all these details. Then you go ahead and choose your payment method. So in my case, I'm going to use direct credit card, and in here I enter my card number, the expiry date, and then the CVV number. So I'm going to fill out this form and also enter my payment details and click on checkout, and meet you in a second. Alright, our order is confirmed. Now I can click here to take me to the clients area of my Asura account. So this is the domain we have just registered. The next thing I'm going to do is to go over to my email account and check for my login details. So when you buy a hosting plan from Asura hosting, for the first time you receive so many messages, but you want to look for Asura hosting hosting account information, and in here will be your account information. So going down, that is to control panel, you see your account detail, that is your login details you can use to log in to start making your website. So over here is my username, password, and then the server login URL, which I need to hide for obvious reasons. So I'll just highlight the login URL, right click on it, and open it in a new tab. So this is the login page. So what I'm going to do is go back to my email, copy and paste the username and then the password, then I click on sign in. So this is the username and this is my password. So I go ahead and click on sign in. Okay, so this brings us to Asura hosting cPanel, that is the direct admin cPanel. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and install WordPress. So I scroll down to extra features, then I click on software clause auto installer. In here I go ahead and click on install under WordPress, and I choose installation URL. I go ahead and choose HTTPS, since Asura hosting is giving us free SSL certificate. And take note, this is the domain we have registered. In directory you don't want to put anything in here, so I take it off, and this is the latest version of WordPress we are going to install. Now take note, I mentioned that in directory you don't need to put anything there, and you actually don't need to put anything there But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to install WordPress in a directory. So I'll go ahead and enter Salon here. And the reason is that I want to use this particular domain for something else. So if I install WordPress in this particular directory, I can still go ahead and use this domain for a new website. So in your case, please don't put anything in here, unless of course you also want to install in a subfolder. So going down on the settings, this is where you can enter the name of your website and also the site description. I'll show you how you can change all this after installing WordPress. Next is admin account, where you enter your admin username, password and email address. Take note, these are the details you always use to log in into your WordPress website in order to edit it. So I'll go ahead and enter my admin account details. Alright, I've entered my admin account details. Then I scroll down to the end and click on install. And WordPress will install in some few seconds. I'm doing this in real time. And boom, we are right there. Congratulations, the software was installed successfully. Now I can go ahead and click on this URL to take me to the front end of my website, and this will open in a new tab. Perfect. And going back to Softacross Auto Installer, I can go ahead and click on the administrative URL. That is my URL /wp-admin. Take note, in your case, you are not going to see anything like Salon. It will be .com/wp-admin. So if I click on this, it will take me to the back end of my website. But I don't want to click on this to take me to the back end of my website, because I want to show you how you can log into your WordPress website after installing it. So to do that, I click at the end of the URL. Make sure you add / then wp-admin. Hit enter, and this will bring me to the login page of my website. I just go ahead and enter my username and password. That is the username and password we selected when we were installing WordPress. I click on login, and this will take me to the back end of my website. Now that we have installed WordPress and also successfully logged in, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is clean up my WordPress setup. So I have a bunch of widgets here, I don't need them. So all what I can do is I can collapse them like this, or I can go over to screen options and I will go ahead and uncheck all these. Awesome. Next, I go over to post. Take note, the moment you install WordPress, a new Hello World post will be created for you. We don't need it, so I trash it. I go over to trash, then I go ahead and empty the trash. Next, I go to pages. We have two pages, that is privacy policy and sample page. I select all, bulk actions, move to trash, apply. I go to the trash, I empty the trash. Next is appearance. Defaultly, when you install WordPress, you get some themes that you can use to go ahead and work with. So basically, these are some themes WordPress will give us. We don't need them. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on theme details. I click on delete, and I choose OK. I do the same thing in here. Unfortunately, we cannot delete this theme simply because we need an existing theme in order to work with. However, after installing the theme we want to use on this website, we can go ahead and delete this as well. Next, I go over to plugins. Again, defaultly you get these two plugins or some plugins. I select all, bulk actions, delete, apply, and OK. Next, I go over to settings and I click on general. In here, under site title is where I can change the name of my website as well as the tagline. Remember, I said I'll show you how we can change the name of our website and also the tagline. This way we can do that. So site title, I enter the general spa, and the tagline, I go ahead and enter my tagline. The next two fields contain the URL of my website. Next is administrative email address. So this is the email address I specified when I was installing WordPress. So here you can go ahead and change the email address if you want to. So this is all what I want to do in here. Then I'll scroll down, click on save changes. Next I go over to permalinks. Under permalink, that is under common settings, you may want to change your common settings from day and name to post name, so that in future when you are going to create some blog posts, you will have the year, month and day as part of your URL. You will have something like your domain name / the name of the post. So I'll choose post name, and I'll go ahead and save the changes. So that's all about the cleaning up and setting up of my WordPress website. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and install a theme. Take note, a theme is basically the design and layout of your website. Before we install a theme, let's take a look at the current look and feel of our website. So I just right click on the name of my website, open link in a new tab. So currently this is how our theme looks like. That is the green background and the black text. It looks very plain and boring. So we are going to install a theme that will make our website beautiful. So I'll go back to the dashboard of my website, go to appearance, click on themes. In here I go ahead and click on add new. Under search themes, I search for Phlox, Phlox. I have the Phlox theme in here. I go ahead and click on install. It is installed. I activate. Thanks for choosing Phlox. Now, to take full advantages of Phlox theme and enabling demo importer, please install core plugins. So if you want to extend the functionality of the Phlox theme, you can go ahead and install the Phlox core plugin, and that is what I'm going to do. So I go ahead and click on the installation button. Meanwhile, I can exit from here and here. It is installed and now activating. Now it is installing the Elementor page builder, and finally activating the Elementor page builder. And now the plugin is installed successfully. Now after activating the Phlox plugin, these are the various options you have. But before we go into the one we are going to use, let's take a look at the new look and feel of our website. So I just refresh. Now this is how our website will look like. It's still boring, so going back. Now in here we are going to import a complete website that we can go ahead and build upon. So to do that, I go to demo importer, and in here you have a ton of templates or demos you can import. And take note, before you can be able to use some of them, you will need a pro license of the Phlox theme. But for this tutorial we are not going to use any pro version. We are going to go ahead and use the free version of the Phlox theme. So going up, you can search by category. So we have business, shop, services, creative, blog and magazine, beauty and health, as well as food. You can also go in here and search for a template that you want to use. For now, I'll go ahead and click on beauty and health, because the website we are going to make is about beauty and health. So in here are the beauty and health templates. And for the purpose of this tutorial, this is the one I'm going to use, that is Beauty Salon. So I'll just go ahead and click on import. So a quick notice, for better and faster results, it's recommended to install the demo on a clean WordPress website. As we saw earlier, we just did a fresh installation of WordPress and also removed some unwanted materials like plugins, themes, as well as some posts and pages. So I click on continue. So in here is going to install the Phlox portfolio, contact form 7, and then WP you like. So I go ahead and click on install plugins. Phlox portfolio is installed and activated. Now contact form 7 and finally WP you like. In here you see that the images you are going to use on this website are watermarked. So if you want to remove them, you can go ahead and click on remove watermarks. And with this you need to make some payments. Take note, some images in this demo are copyrighted and watermarked. you can remove watermarks by authorizing your Envato Elements subscription. And right in the beginning, I mentioned that we are going to use only free resources to create this website. So I just go ahead and click on skip. The next thing to do is import demo content of the Phlox theme, and we are going to import the complete website. So I click on import content. Alright, congratulations, demo has been successfully imported. Now let's go to the front end and refresh our website. Perfect. This looks clean, but take note, we cannot use these images because they are copyrighted. Perfect. So this is the home page. Now let's go to the menu and choose services page. Perfect. About page. The Phlox theme looks clean and perfect, I might say. So finally, let's take a look at the contact page. Awesome. Okay, I think there's a Google map right here which is not displaying as a result of the absence of Google API keys. But don't worry, I'll show you how you can insert your map for free. Now going back to the home page, we are going to start customizing the website from the home page, and I will show you where you can get free images for your website. So to get free images for your website, you can head over to pexels.com. This is the website I always get my free images from. Then I'll go ahead and search for beauty salon. Hit enter. So in here you have a bunch of beauty salon images to choose from. So if you want to download any of these images, you can just go ahead and click on it. Then you go ahead and drop down the arrow under free download. So these are the various sizes you can get. I'll use large, and I'll go ahead and click on free download. And my image is downloaded, as you can see right here. I've already downloaded all the images I need for my website. So I'll go back to my site, and I'm going to go ahead and start editing my pages. So first of all, the home page. So I click on edit with Elementor. I exit out of here. Now before we go ahead to changing our text and also swapping the images, let me quickly run you through how Elementor works. At the left hand side pane, we have some widgets that we can drag and drop in here to start designing our page. So if I want something like a heading, I'll just grab it and I can place it right here. And I can come in here to start typing away. And when you insert a widget, basically you get these three tabs, that is content, style and advanced, depending upon the kind of widgets you have inserted. So take note, this particular one is a heading. That's why you see edit heading right here. So if I click in here, that is a button, you see edit button. So if I need any other element, I'll go back to this 9 dots right here. Then I can go ahead and grab whatever element I want. For instance, the button element, can drag it and drop it right here. Perfect. And also take notice that these elements that we'll be dragging and dropping are going to come inside columns. A column is currently what we are seeing in here. So in here we have two columns, that is this particular one and this particular one where we have this image. And these columns will also come inside sections. A section is the blue line that we are seeing right here that surrounds the columns. And you can edit sections, columns and even widgets. Before we move forward, I'll go ahead and remove what I've inserted. So I just right click on them and click on delete. So now let's start changing our text and images. So first of all, I'm going to change this. So I just select it and you see that I have the text right here. So I just go ahead and enter what I want. The general spar, and take note that is the main heading and this is the secondary heading. So I go to secondary heading. That's where I have highlighted text So I select it. So instead of balayage, I enter for the modern woman, and finally the description. In here you can go ahead and enter your own content, but I'll leave this for now. Now you see that my text is very big, so I can go ahead and reduce the size by going to style. First of all, the heading, so I click on typography, that is the pencil icon right here, and this is the size, it is 100. I can reduce it from here, and I want to make it in one line. Maybe I'll make it 60. And the second heading, I go down, that is secondary heading, click on it, and this way I can change the size, that is typography. I click on the pencil icon and I can reduce it from here. I want to make it one line as well. Perfect. Next is services, so I just click on it. So in here, if you want to change the text, you can go ahead and change it. Maybe I'll say see our services instead of just our services. You see it right here, and in here I'm going to go ahead and link it up to the services page. So I just search for services to give us a best match, and we have the services page. I just click on it to insert the link. So now if users of my website click on this button, it will take them to the services page. Awesome. Next, I go ahead and change this image, so I just select it. You see it right here. I click on choose image. I go over to upload files, select files. It has taken me to my download folder. I have my folder in here where I have images, and this is the one I'm going to use. I select it, then click on open. It is uploaded. I go ahead and click on insert media, but before that I want to enter the alt text, so I can say the general spa. I'll copy it and put it under the title. Take note, this is good for search engine optimization, so you may want to optimize all your images. So I click on insert media and it will appear right here. But you see that my image is very high. All this will depend upon how you want your images to appear. So this is how I want mine. So going down are the service categories I have. So I have tattoo, makeup and nails. So I can go ahead and change the text and also swap the images. So let me quickly show you how we can change one. So if I want to change the image, I will just click on the pencil icon right here and it will show. I click on it. I go to upload files, select files. So I'll go ahead and choose my tattoo image, then I click on open. It is uploaded. I insert media. Perfect. So now if I want to change the text, I'll just click in here, that is the pencil icon, and I don't have any text inside heading. If you want to enter something, you can just go ahead and enter maybe general spa. So you see that I now have general spa, beauty salon, and the main service is tattoo. So if I want to change beauty salon and tattoo, I go over to secondary heading. So this is where we have the beauty salon. Maybe I'll leave it, and then tattoo, that is the service. So if I want to change it, maybe hairstyle, something like that. If maybe you want to link it to the particular service page, you can go ahead and enter the link here, but I'll just leave it as it is for now. However, I don't need hairstyle because I'm running a tattoo service, so I'll change back to tattoo. I just want to show you how you can change it. Awesome. And going back to the heading, I don't also need the general spa, so I'll go ahead and swap the rest of these two images. Alright, I've changed the images. Going down, I'll go ahead and change this image as well. So I just click on the pencil icon, I click on the image. Now in order not to insert all the images one by one, I can just go to my images folder and select all the images I want to use. So I've selected all the images I want to upload, so I just drag and drop. Then I wait for them to upload. Alright, all my images are uploaded. I choose this one, insert. The text in here, I can go ahead and edit it. So I just click in here. So first I have our story. I'm not going to change that. Next is beauty salon. I click on secondary heading and I have beauty salon in here. So I'll enter the name of my business, the general spa, and the description. I click in here to enter my description, but I'll leave this demo content in here for now. Next is the button, so I can change the text to maybe more info, something like that, and I'll link it up to the about page. So I just go ahead and type in about. It will give me the best match. I click on the page to insert it. So I hope you get the concept of changing the text and the images. So next I'll go ahead and change the rest of the images in here and get back to you. Alright, I've switched all the images except the recent blog post images. These ones we cannot change them in here. We can only change them when we go to blog posts. And I've also changed the image right here to a shorter version of it, which I think is cool. One other thing I want to talk about is this button right here. On this button is a video. If I click on it, you see that I have some YouTube link right here that will point users to a particular video. So if you want to embed a video which you have uploaded on YouTube, all what you need to do is just select the button, then come in here, remove whatever link you have, and go ahead and enter your own link. So everything is set on the home page. I just go ahead and click on update. You can take a look by clicking on preview. Perfect. This is awesome. Very clean and neat. Awesome. So that is it on how we can edit the home page. The next page we are going to go ahead and edit is the services page. So I just click on services. I can exit from here for now. And to edit the services page, you click on edit with Elementor, just as we did on the home page. So in here we just go ahead and swap the images as well as change the prices to the services we have in here. I've already shown you how you can change the images, so let me quickly run you through how you can change the prices. It's just by clicking here or maybe the pencil icon. It will open up the edit heading pane. So in here, if you don't need beauty salon, maybe if you want to put the name of your business there, you can go ahead and do that. The general spa nail design, I can copy it. So I select this one as well. So I remove beauty salon and enter my text. I do the same thing in here. Perfect. And the service itself, if you want to change it, the same thing, you just select it, then you go to secondary heading, and this way you can change that. But I'll leave mine as nail design. And the prices to the services, to change them, you just click on the pencil icon right here, and these are the various services. The team is actually using the flexible list widget. So if you want to change manicure, you just click it to open it up. So the text, you can change it from here. So I'll just enter something, and this way you can enter the price, and you can choose whatever currency you want. So for instance, I want to use Ghana cedis, so I'll go ahead and enter my currency and the price as well. Perfect. I hope you get the concept. So all what you need to do is go through them and change the services one after the other. So for instance, if there's a particular service I don't want, in fact I actually have pedicure here, so I'll quickly change this back to manicure. So if there's a particular service that you don't need, all what you need to do is just go ahead and close it up from here. So for instance, gel manicure, if I don't need it, I'll just click on the close icon right here, and gel manicure will vanish from the list. Perfect. If I want to add a new one, I'll go ahead and just click on add item, and in here I go ahead and enter my text. I'll close it, I don't need that. So all what you need to do is go through and go ahead and change your images as well as the text. When that is done, you click on update, and we can take a look by clicking on preview. Perfect. Alright, next is the about page. So I just click on it. So just as we did on the home page and the services page, you can also go ahead and edit the about page by clicking on edit with Elementor. Then you go ahead and swap your images as well as the text. Since we have gotten the concept, the last page I'm going to work on is the contact page. Take note, the blog page can only be customized in the theme customizer. So I go to contact, then I click on edit with Elementor. So in here, since we don't have Google Map API key, I'm going to go ahead and use Google Maps from Elementor. So I just drag it and drop it in here, and you see that the location is set to somewhere London, United Kingdom. I'll remove what is here and go ahead and enter my own location. Next, I'll go ahead and remove this particular one. I right click on it, delete. One thing I can also do is extend the height of the map. So I just click on it, the pencil icon, and then height. I go ahead and increase it from here to match with the contact form. Perfect. And then going down, I can change the address. So I just select it, then I click on content. This way I can change the location, Mount Street, Chanley Avenue. And the phone numbers, I click on it, content, and in here I go ahead and enter my phone numbers. I'll say plus 233 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I can change the working hours just by clicking on it. Then I go over to content. Weekdays, I'll make it 8:30 a.m. to 17 p.m. that is 5 p.m. and Saturdays, maybe I'll leave it as it is. So that's it. I go ahead and click on update. It is updated. Preview. Perfect. Awesome. So that's it on editing our pages. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and create blog posts. So to do that, I go to the back end of my website. I can exit from here and here for now, and I close this app. Then I go over to post, click on add new. So in here, I just go ahead and enter the title of my blog post. Next is the main content, so I click in here and I'll go ahead and enter in my content. So I'll just go ahead and paste some dummy content. I can create a new paragraph by hitting enter. So I can continue to hit enter to take me to next paragraphs. So I enter in my content. When that is done, I click on post right here. Currently it is set to blog. Click on post. Going down, I can set my categories by clicking on categories. So already these are the categories you find in the Phlox theme, that is the beauty salon theme. So if you want to add your own category, you just go ahead and click on add new category. Then in here you enter the category you want. So I'll say beauty, something like that. Then I'll go ahead and click on add new category to show here. Then if there are more categories I want to use, I can go ahead and select them up. And going down, I can go ahead and add some tags. I click in here, so I can say beauty, hit enter, maybe women, hit enter, and I'll leave the two for now. Next is featured image, so I set a featured image. I just select a random image, set image, so everything else is set. Next is discussion. If you want to allow comments, you make sure these are selected. If you don't want to allow comments, you can just go ahead and uncheck them. So in my case, I'll uncheck them. And then the post options, you may want to leave them as the default. So I won't make any changes in here. I'll just go ahead and publish again. And now my blog post is published. I can view it. I right click, open link in a new tab, or you can do it from here. Just right click here, open link in a new tab. It's the same. Perfect. Very neat and clean. So now that we know how we can add blog posts, I'll go ahead and add some more blog posts and get back to you. Alright, I've added some blog posts. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and remove the dummy blog post. So I just select all, then I uncheck the ones I've added. Then I'll go to bulk actions, move to trash, click on apply. You can also go into the trash, then empty the trash if you want to delete everything. So if I go to the front page of my website, then I go to the home page. Going down, you see that I have my blog post in the home page, and the dummy images too are gone. Perfect. Now that we are done creating our blog post, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and customize my contact form, that is the appointment booking form. Now in here, the client will enter their full name, time of appointment, phone number, as well as select a service. So here you see that I have nails, makeup, tattoo, and hair. What if the services you want to run are different from this? How can we change this list? So to do that, I go to the back end, and I go over to contact, just click on it, and you see that I have 3 contact forms in here. So how can we be able to determine which one we want to work on? So if I go to the front page of my website, edit my page with Elementor, now scroll to the appointment form, I just go ahead and select it by clicking on the pencil icon. In here I have the contact form, and the shortcode displays the booking contact form in here. So you see that booking form 2. So this is the actual form we are going to edit. So I just go ahead and click on it. So this is the code that gives us this particular form. Don't worry, looking at the code, it looks scary, but it's not any big deal. The first field you see from here up to this point is the full name field. That is what we see in here. So here you don't need to do anything, leave it as it is. Next is the time, that is from here up to this point, followed by the services starting from here up to this point. So in here we have the select field, and then the name of the services, that is select services. That is what you see here, this text. So the field itself, start from here, that is select asterisk space menu dash 494. So all this, you don't need to do anything. Next is the field name, that is select services. That is what we see here. And then when you drop down the arrow, you see 1 2 3 4, including these 3 dots. They are the various services. So if I come back in here, you see that I have nails, which is being surrounded by 2 inverted commas, space, followed by makeup, tattoo, hair, and the 3 dots. So if I want to add another service, all what I need to do is, maybe I can remove this. Then I start by typing my 2 inverted commas like this. Then in between the 2 inverted commas, I go ahead and add my new service. So I can say new service. This is just an example. Then I go ahead and save my form. Now if I go to the front end and go to the home page, you see that I have a new service, and the 3 dots I removed is gone. So this is how you can change the services. So in my case, I have 3 services, that is tattoo, makeup, and nails. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the rest of the 2 services that I don't need. So I go back to the form. So in here, I don't actually need this new service, and I don't also need hair. I only have nails, makeup, and tattoo. And the next field is the telephone field. That is what you see in here, and the field label is just phone. Next is the text area, where you go ahead and enter your notes, and finally the submit button, which is right here. So it is set to booking. If you don't want booking, you can say maybe book an appointment. So I remove booking and I say book an appointment, something like that. Then I go ahead and save the form. So if I go back to the home page and refresh, you see that on the button I now have book an appointment. And then the services, if I drop down, you see nails, makeup, and tattoo. Perfect. Now if users of my website try to submit this form, they will get an error. Let's try it up. So I enter my full name. So I enter my name, the time I want, maybe 4 p.m. Then the service, I choose tattoo, phone number, I just go ahead and enter some random number, and the notes, I enter my notes. I click on book an appointment. You see that the message is being sent, but I won't receive the message, and the reason is that in here under mail there's an error, and the email address is being sent to this particular email, which is not my email, and where it is being sent from is this name, which is also not the name of my website. So how can I solve this? Before we solve this, I'll go ahead and check my mails to see if I'll actually receive the message. So I've checked my mails after 2 minutes and I don't have any new message. So what I can do is go back. This email address, I'll change it to my own email address. So in here you can put any email address, that is where you want this form to be submitted to. In the form name, I'll go ahead and copy my email address. Then I'm going to replace it with this WordPress at phlox.com or whatever. And the name of the website, I'll remove this and enter my own name. So I say the general spa, and the subject, where is it coming from? I enter the same thing. So I copy the general spa and I'll replace it with this. Perfect. So in here you see that we still have an error, and it is saying that sender email address does not belong to the site domain. So what I can do is I can just go ahead and enter the domain of my website. So I'll say Dikupages web. So if I click aside, you see that it will pick. So maybe I'll remove Dana28 and put info, so that if people receive message from this website, it will come from this email, even though this email address doesn't exist, but the message will still be sent. Now if I save my form and go back to the front page of my website to refresh, now I'm going to go ahead and fill the form again. So I'll do this pretty quick. Then I go ahead and click on book an appointment. The message is being sent. So in here you see that I have 4, now it's 5. So if I go in there, now I have my new message. So I just go ahead and click on it. You see that the message is virtually empty. You don't see the information I've selected. So let's take our form further. So I'll go back. So the 2 fields, front fields are all correct, as well as the subject, but this is not the subject I'm going to use. So I'll go back to the form and I'm going to replace the subject with the services. So take note, the tag for the services is menu-494. So I come back in here, you see it here, menu-494. I just select it, right click, copy, then I go ahead and enter it in the subject field. Perfect. And then additional headers, that is reply to. We are not going to reply to our users because they are not going to give us their emails. We are only interested in their full name, the time they want to come, the service they want, as well as their phone numbers. So I go back in here and remove this. Next we are going to deal with the body of the message. So if I come back in here, you see that the body is empty. So going back to the form, I will need the name of the client, but take note, in here you don't see anything concerning name. So if I go back to the form, and this is the name field where we have text 791. So I come back to the mail, and this is what I'm going to use, text 791. I just select it, right click, copy, I remove the whole of this, then I paste in the text that stands for name. Perfect. And the subject, take note, we have specified subject here, so I just copy it, then I replace it with this. Next is the message body. I'm going to remove the tag message body. Then I'll need the service, so I just go ahead and type in service colon space. Take note, the menu we have here is our service. If we want to refer, we can go back to the form. We have the service here, which is menu 494. So I go back here, I'll just go ahead and copy this and paste it right here, hit enter. Next, let's go to the form. It's time. Now I click on form, I'll search for time. I just want to get the tag for time. I have time in here, and the text and the tag is text 446. So I come back in here, 446. This is 446. I select it, right click, copy. So in here I enter time and paste in the tag. Next is telephone, so I just grab telephone here, hit enter, phone, sorry, I paste in my phone tag, and finally the text area. So I grab it, select it first, right click, copy, press enter here, press enter again, then I'll enter message, hit enter, and I'll go ahead and paste it. If I want, I'll remove message from here and just leave it as body, or maybe client details, something like that. Perfect. Now the last thing I'll work on is the signature right here. That is what you see in here. So I just remove everything from maybe the name of my business, the general spa, something like that. I think everything else is cool, and you see that all the errors are gone. I just go ahead and save the form. Now if I go to the front end of the website, refresh, and I go ahead and fill the form again, then I click on book an appointment. The form is submitted. Now if I go back to my mails and check, I have new message. I just click on it, and this is the service. That is what we specified in here as subject, and then the from, that is the name of the client, and the subject, take note, that is what we have here, subject. The from is the name of the client followed by subject. Going back, client details, we have service, that is makeup, time 4 p.m, phone, the phone number of the client, and then the main message, that is notes we have here. That's where I have hi there. And finally, from the general spa, that is the signature we specified in here. So that's how you can customize the contact form or the booking form. Going back to contact, next is the contact form on the contact page. So I go to the front end, then I go over to contact, I edit it with Elementor, I select the contact form. I just want to see the particular contact form we are using, and we are using the contact form. So I scroll to the end, it's just contact form. So I go back here. So this is what we are using. I just click on it. Take note, if there's an error, if you just send message, it will indicate send alright, but you will receive the message. So what I'll do is I just go ahead and enter my own email here. Then I'll change this email address to my site email. So I say info@dikupagesweb.com. I'll remove the name of the site and change it to my own, the general spa. Alright, I'll remove the whole of this, and I'll replace it with the main subject on my form. So I'll go back, I have subject here, and the tag is text-76. So I go back in here, that's it I have here. So I just select it, copy it, and I paste it in here. Next is the reply to email. So I remove this, then I go ahead and paste this there. That is the email field. Right click, copy, paste. Next is the body of the message. So first of all, I'll deal with the from, which is your name and then your email. So I have the email right here. So I'll remove this and paste in the email tag, which I've already specified here. Take note, it is up here. And then the name, I go back to the form. Take note, the name tag is this text-76. I come back in here, so I copy it, right click, copy, and I go ahead and replace it with this. Perfect. And I think I've made a mistake on the subject. Let me go back to the form. Okay, it's using the same thing, that's name and subject. We are on course. So finally, I go back to mail. Now go ahead and change the message body tag. So I'll replace it with this. Perfect. And I'll remove the signature and put the name of my website. Then I'll go ahead and save the form. You see that all the errors are gone. So if users fill this form now, I'll receive the message. So now that customizing the form is done, The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and customize my website. So I go to the front end, then I click on customize. I'll exit from here and here. Now we are in the theme customizer, and we are not going to do much in here. Maybe I'll only change the logo as well as the shortcut icon. So I'll go over to site identity, and this is the current logo we are seeing right here. So I just click on change logo. I'll go to upload files, select files. Now go ahead and choose my logo here, open. It is uploaded. I click on select. I'm not going to crop it, so I click on skip cropping. If you want to create your own logo for free, I have a video that will take you through step by step how to create your own custom logo for free. I'll leave a link to the video in the description down below. You can go ahead and check it out to create your own logo. So this is the name of my website and the tagline. I'm not going to do anything. Next is the logo width. So I can increase the width or decrease it from here if I want. I'm not going to change it. I'll leave it as it is. Going down, I select the site icon. I'll go to upload files, select files. I have my icon in here, open. It is uploaded. I click on select. I'll skip cropping, and I have my site icon right here. Perfect. Now I go back. Next I click on header. Now choose header template settings. The only thing I'm going to do here is enable sticky header, so that if I scroll, I'll have a sticky header on top here. I go back. Next I go to appearance, then global colors. In here, if you want to change the colors of your website, this is where you can do that, but I'm actually not going to change any of these colors. I just want to show you where you can find what. So I'll just go ahead and publish my settings, and I'll exit from here. Perfect. So if I scroll, you see that I have a sticky header, which is cool. Now we know how to change the images on our pages. Next, I'm going to show you how you can change the image at the menu section. That is this particular image, because if you don't change this, your visitor will see this watermark image, and we don't want that. So in order to do that, we are going to edit the header and footer. So I just go over here and I click on site header. Then I go ahead and edit it with Elementor. Next I go over to style. Now scroll to the end and choose full screen window, and this is the image we want to change. So I just click on it. I go to upload files, select files, and this is the image I'm going to use. I just select it and I click on open. It is uploaded. I click on insert media. I have my image in here, so if I click on the hamburger menu, you see the image. Perfect. So I go ahead and update. Now if I preview the changes, then I click on the hamburger menu, you see that I have my image changed. Awesome. So I exit from here and here as well. Now if I go to the blog page of my website, you see that my blog posts don't show. Let's display our blog post. So to do that, I go to the back end of my website, then I go over to settings, click on reading. You see that the post page, no page is selected, so I drop down the arrow, then I choose blog, save the changes. Now if I come to the blog page and refresh, you see our blog post right here. Perfect. One other thing I can work on is the widgets, that is the sidebar. Maybe I don't need archives and then meta information, so I go to the back end, then I go over to appearance, then click on widgets. So this is the search form, followed by recent posts. Maybe I don't need recent comments, so I just select it, then I click on these three dots right here, click on remove block. Archives, I don't need that, click on it, remove block. Then metadata, remove block. Perfect. So I need search, recent posts, and then categories. So in here, you just go ahead and remove the widgets you don't want. So I'll leave these three for now. I'll go ahead and update. It is updated. So if I come to the front page and refresh, you see that I have search, recent blog posts, and categories. So now the design of my website is done. And that's it on how you can create a beauty salon website. If you have any queries for me, you can leave them in the comment section down below. And I hope this video was helpful. If you found value, kindly hit the like button, subscribe, and also enable the notification bell so that each time I post a new video on this channel, you will be the first to know. Keep watching, and I will see you in the next one.